Okay, had my breakfast and I am raring to go. I need to flag this email. How do I flag an email? I must say I don't know. Maybe it's like star, put a star on it. I just need to know I have to get back to it. Yeah, maybe it's just starring it. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that'll do it. I could just mark it unread and whatnot. Oh, where did it just go? Shoot. Oh, why is it in here? Hmm. Alright, so we are about to get started. We're going to have a brief 5 minutes of just kind of getting set up, and then we will start our first sprint of the day. And let me switch screens to this one. All right. And yeah. I need to get my link. How do I get the link if I'm in my YouTube studio? There's got to be a way, right? Oh, good morning. Yeah, I figured out, because it was really annoying for me to have to like click go live and then end stream, but I realized that the additional settings where it says enable auto start and auto stop is actually tied to my OBS, which is good because I initially thought that it was tied to when I said I was going to go live. So I was like, how does that work? But the little note pop up that came up says that it actually is tied to when I actually go live on OBS and when I actually stop streaming on OBS, which is what I want. So now I have to go back to all of my like preset managed videos and be like, yeah, enable auto start and auto stop, because I hate having to like go into my YouTube studio and click end stream. Oh, okay, I found it. I found the share button. Also, I'm in your Discord. Oh, geez. And I see that there's a YouTube streaming channel, so I hope it's okay if I put the fact that I'm streaming, because I just did. So if it's not okay, you could go ahead and just remove it. But yeah, I have, or I am in, I believe that I own the oldest writing Discord server, which I'm actually about to shut down. I'm actually about to delete it. I created it back in like 2016, and since then it's basically died. And so I officially like sent a message to the few remaining stragglers to say, like, you know, it's been fun, but I'm gonna remove it and see if maybe I can start afresh, start anew in a different way. Oh my god, time is like moving so fast. That we're already going to be doing our first sprint. So let's stop this. Let's set a timer for 25 minutes quickly. Lordy. So I noticed something. I was watching whatchamacallit, Kate Kavanaugh's lady. Wait. I just realized I shrank my chat window. I was watching her latest video for her birthday. I think it was for her birthday. I can't remember. And I noticed something interesting on her screen when she was showing herself writing on Scrivener. Now, I use Scrivener to write, and I always have the double window thing going on, but I've always done it horizontally. I've never used that feature vertically, and you're probably thinking, what the hell is she talking about? But I noticed that she was using it vertically, meaning the windows are literally side by side going up and down like this. I've always used it where the windows are stacked, so the top is like a bigger window with what I'm actually writing, and then under it is my outline in a smaller window that I'm, you know, scrolling as I go. And I noticed that she had it the other way, and I was like, I've never done it that way before. So I actually, this morning before all the things, I quickly designed or set up my Scrivener to be vertical instead of horizontal. So I'm going to see how that works. If I like it, if I don't. It definitely allows me to see much more of my outline this way, and much more of my actual writing this way. It's going to take some getting used to, because like I said, historically I've always done it the other way. I've never even considered having my window appear this way. So that is what I'm going to try. I finished Act 1, as we all recall, so I'm actually officially on Act 2. And I've already written almost 150 words in Act 2, so I'm going to keep on keeping on and continue. Now, what needs to there's so much that needs to happen in Act 2. I'm worried that it's going to end up being twice the word count that Act 1 was, even though I'm going to try to rein it in. Try. Today would have been my mother's 67th birthday. So to honor her, I'm going to be going out this afternoon to a lake, and I'm going to do some reading. My wife is going to do some fishing. And then we're going to come back, and hopefully my dolly will have been delivered by FedEx so that I can then start moving some book boxes from the other side of my house into my office, so that this weekend I can do some unpacking of books onto my bookshelves, because I have 5 bookcases in my office and they're all empty. I have not been able to unpack one book box. So, and the reason being is because they're on, like I said, the other side of the house, and carrying them is just like not an option for me or my wife. So we got a dolly to put them on and then roll them across the way. So that's the plan for this afternoon when we get back. But I'm not going to unbox them after that. I'm like, let me figure out which boxes are going to come in here and which are going to stay in the library. Because right now, all of my book boxes are in what's going to become my library. Yes, I am actually going to have a library in my house, which is ridiculous. First of all, I have a house with 5 bedrooms, which is ridiculous already that I own a 5-bedroom house. But what's even more ridiculous is because I own a 5-bedroom house, I'm able to convert one of them into my office, the one that I'm currently in, and another one that's on the other side of the house into a library. So some of the books are going to come in here and be on the 5 bookcases that I put in my office, and then the rest are all going to be unboxed in the library, which is going to take me a long time to do, because it's just going to take me a long time to do, because I have to move all the boxes out of my library, out of the room, find some place to put them, rip up the carpeting that's in there because I don't want carpeting in my library, lay down flooring, build all the bookcases that are going to go in there, which are currently not built in the guest bedroom, then unpack all the books and put them on the shelf. So I don't think I'm going to get that done this year. It's a lot. It took us weeks, if not like several months, to do my office, and it's not finished yet. So I do not have high hopes. But the fact that I will have a library is great. Let's see, Keelan's Planet. I don't, you know what's weird? In trying to do my outline the way R.L. Stine does his outline, I'm actually finding my outline to be difficult to follow. Which is weird, because the whole point of me doing my outline this way was to be as detailed as possible, but I think I'm too detailed and it's throwing me off, which is weird. So in conclusion, I don't think I like this way. And also in conclusion, I mean, this is the outline I have, so I'm going to work with it. But yeah, I took today off from work. I always take off like important, birthdays and things like that. So I took off for my birthday, and now I took off today for my mom's birthday, and I bought myself something to remember her by, and I bought the same thing for my brother, so he's gonna get his. Unfortunately, it's not gonna arrive till next week, but my mom loved turtles, and so I found this. Well, I didn't find it. So the what do you call it? Big tech found me, because they're always listening, right, on our devices. So you could start talking about something, and then all of a sudden see it scrolling in your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter timeline, and you wonder, how did they know to put that in my in my purview if I never even typed it into my phone or into any search thing on my computer? You don't have to do that anymore. They're listening 24/7. So you mention a thing and it's going to show up in your timeline. So that's basically what happened. And so in my timeline, I was shown this like wildlife conservatory type of thing where you can buy a bracelet. It's just a bracelet that has like a little design of an animal, a wildlife animal, and the idea is you are given a like QR code or some sort of code where you can follow where that specific, in this case, turtle is at this present moment in time, like geolocate it. And so you get the name of the turtle and you get the thing. So I don't know what my turtle's name is going to be. I won't know till it arrives. Same thing with my brother. But they have several animals. So I actually bought myself two, a turtle and a shark, and that's the reason why I was even shown this thing on my feed, is because Shark Week, and I've been watching Shark Week, and so it was showing me really the shark bracelet, and I looked to see if they had any other wildlife that they were tracking in this way, and they have turtles, polar bears, elephants, and I think one other thing, I can't remember what it is, but yeah. So it's totally interesting. It wasn't expensive. It was like um I think $15. So, it didn't break the bank. Um I got you. Don't worry. I knew you meant side by side. Fast typing is a part of life. This timer is like really in my way. I don't know where to put it so that I can both see it and not have it blocking me and what I'm trying to do. Let's put it over there. Hmm. Oh, my wife just sent me a picture. She's cuddling with one of our dogs out in the backyard. It looks like she's actually not in the fenced in area. Is she? Oh no, she is. Oh man. Yeah, that's why. I mean, actually, we were living in Los Angeles, in West Hollywood specifically, and the housing market was just like ridiculous at the time that we were looking to buy a house a couple years ago. And what all we could afford was like a house in San Bernardino where the temperatures don't drop below 3 digits, like for real, for real. The temperatures stay like the normal is like 116 degrees every day, all day. So there was no way that we were going to be able to. And then where my job was, it would have been like a 2 to 3 hour commute each way each day. It was just not even an option. One for the dogs and two for my commute for work. Then the pandemic happened, and it happened literally like less than 6 months from me starting a brand new job, and I found myself working from home permanently because of the pandemic. And we realized very quickly that this pandemic was going to last a long time. And so living in Los Angeles, we felt like we were in a zombie apocalypse because, I mean, at that time, it felt like everyone had it and it was just not safe to even like go out your door. And so we started looking because we realized we didn't have to stay in California, in Los Angeles. We could potentially get a house in a more affordable state. And so the first one we were looking at was Oregon. And then the borders closed, and my wife is Canadian. And so on the West Coast, she's a West Coast Canadian. And so we were trying to stay on the West Coast so that we could be near her family. But when they closed the borders, the option was, well, let's see if we could be near mine. And I'm an East Coast New Yorker. And so we looked at like the top safest and cheapest areas to, one, buy a house, and two, to live, the safest place to live. And one of them, we don't know why this one was even on the list, because when we drove through it, we were like, this does not seem safe at all, was Rochester, New York. But we didn't pick that. I think we stayed there when we drove. We drove cross country, by the way. Like, we literally sold all our furniture, only packed 2 U-Haul boxes, 2 U-Haul crates with whatever we could fit in it, mostly my books. And we bought this house unseen, in that we never stepped foot in the house. We saw the pictures. Our real estate agent came here to look at it for us. We spoke to him over the phone several times, but we had never actually stepped foot in it because we were in Los Angeles. There was no way we could just come here just to look at a house, because we have 2 dogs. We can't leave them. They're Velcro dogs. But in any event, we saw this house, and my wife loved it because it had what she calls character. She didn't want one of those houses that look brand new, like a McMansion type of house. She wanted a house that's got character, and trust me, this one has it in spades. This house was built in, I believe, 1887. I keep saying and telling people 1887, so I hope I'm saying the right year. I know it was built in the late 1800s. And we live in what's known as a village in a town. And what makes it unique, that I love to tell people, unfortunately, we live next to the fire station, the fire hall. And when you live in a village, okay, there is no, it's a volunteer fire station. And what that means is, because we are living in a village that seems to be stuck in the 1800s, that when there's a fire emergency, the fire hall sounds an alarm that is loud enough to be heard in the entire village. Like, the alarm has to be loud enough to spread so that the person who's in charge of the volunteering on that specific day and hour can hear it from his or her house. And it will wake them up, and they will get in their car, race over to the fire station, turn off the fire alarm, and then get the message of where the fire is, get in the fire truck, do the thing. Knock on wood, we have not had said alarm happen in actually quite a while. When we first moved here and it happened the first time, it was like, holy crap, what is that? So it took us a while to realize what we were hearing, which was a really, really loud fire alarm. but we're used to it now. But like I said, we haven't, I can't remember the last time we heard it, which I just commented to my wife actually, I think last night, that I'm surprised we haven't heard it because we've had so many hot, humid, muggy days. I would think that, these hot, humid, muggy days, being someone coming from Los Angeles where you get forest fires because of the extreme heat, that it would cause that, right? But while it's hot here, it's hot one day and it rains 6 days. So it's like, that's probably why there aren't any fires due to the heat. But yeah, it's just very interesting living in a village and seeing how it operates, because I'm a city girl. My wife is, the same. So it is, you know, like a fish out of water situation. But and we get deer that walk through our yard at night, which is pretty cool. We currently are dealing with a woodchuck situation in our backyard that we have to, I keep telling my wife, we can't let it live here. We have to figure out how to actually get rid of it. We don't have to kill it, but we need to figure out how to make it realize that it cannot stay here. But she's like, oh, but it's so cute. It's not so cute. It's a freaking woodchuck. And I'm concerned that it's gonna bring its cousins and its children and who knows who else, and be like, hey, this great house here isn't bothering us. I think we can stay. Okay. I did do writing there, so don't want anyone to think that I was just chatting and not actually writing. I was writing. I wrote another 200 words. One thing I've been meaning to do. Nope, that's the wrong window. Where's the right? Oh, here it is. I want to try to promote my newsletter more, because I just added this new feature of my newsletter that so now I have two options. I have where you can get my blog posts sent automatically via email, or you can get my regular like writing journey monthly newsletter that I send every first of the month. So I'm not as active as I know I should be with promoting my newsletter, so I think I'm going to just take like a screenshot of it, and then I'm sure that's probably not the usual. Oh no, it's a terrible screenshot. Let's try that again. Boom, click and drag. I'm also thinking of streaming this weekend when I do my when I unpack my boxes. So it won't be a writing stream. It'll be I'll turn the camera to face the bookcases, and I'll just be unpacking and organizing how I want my books on the shelves and stuff like that. Because I see people do that kind of stuff, and like, I can do that. I'm gonna be in my office. I'm gonna be unpacking boxes. Why not turn it into a stream? See if anybody shows up. I might even just do it on Twitch, since it's not a writing stream. I might forego the whole I'm never gonna stream on Twitch again, and surprise the heck out of everybody when they see me going live. Be like, wait a minute, didn't you say June 30th was your last Twitch stream? Yeah, okay, so I just took that screenshot. So let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, and also, oh yay! Okay, so that worked. Um, okay, backing up, backing up, backing up. So I need to remember and probably put like a sticky note or something somewhere to myself that when I stream now on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm also automatically posting a blog post that goes up exactly when I start streaming. So something that another streamer said to me is I should be promoting more, especially when I'm on YouTube, because people might rewatch the video, whereas that's not a thing on Twitch. It is a thing on YouTube. So I need to remember to start my YouTube streams with like a spiel of some sort, like, you know, hi, I'm El Drayton. I'm a writer and a blogger. Today's blog is, give the name of the blog, give all the relevant URLs, etc., etc. So I need to make a point to do that, and I forgot to do that today. But the blog for today is Can Dreams Make Good Stories? Which, strangely enough, was being discussed in a Twitch writing stream that I was watching either yesterday or I think it was the day before on Wednesday. And they said, oh my God, give me the link. And I was like, okay, it's coming out on Friday, so I don't have the link. But if so, that's why I like want to let people know that, you know, I do blog 2 to 3 times a week. A blog goes up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Not every Monday, some Mondays, but definitely I try to have something come out on Wednesday and Friday mornings. And so if you want to get it like, you know, ASAP and you don't want to be waiting or having to go to my Twitter to get the link, you can sign up to my newsletter where you will get, you know, you just have to check off blog updates and it'll just send you an email every time I blog. And I wonder, I don't think I was wait, well, if I was, it would be in my other email. I have so many email accounts. I have to check my other one. This one. Yes, it worked. Snap. Where are my images? Why are my images not showing? I have to figure that out. Because that's not good. Why am I not seeing? Let me try looking at this online. Oh man, oh man. Oh no. Quit. Let me try looking at my email online. So if there's anyone here, I don't know if there is anyone here, there probably isn't, but you know, let me know what you're working on, what you're doing, what you're not doing, etc. What you should be doing on this wonderful Friday. Okay, so it must just be some reason my mail app was not showing the images, but when I look on it on my website, it does. I mean, yeah, when I look at my email on the website, it shows the images. Okay. I was worried there that I had done something wrong. What the frig? That's so wonderful. I wonder why it's not showing the images on my mail app though. I might have to look into that. Um, I also pretty much love that um, it works. Yeah, I hear you. I was actually up at 6, and I find if I'm up at 6 that I won't stay in bed because what'll happen is I'll fall asleep and then I'll oversleep and I'll get pissed that I overslept. So I will make a point to be like, okay, it's 6. I might as well just get up instead of laying in bed scrolling Twitter and YouTube and all that stuff. Um, you didn't know about yeah, I didn't know about it either. And actually, the reason why I even found out about it, to make a long story short, is because I watched the N.K. Jemisin um, masterclass. Well, not because I watched the masterclass, but because after I finish watching a masterclass, I write a blog review. And in my review of the N.K. Jemisin masterclass, I wanted to put a link to one of the stories that LeVar Burton read on his podcast of an N.K. Jemisin short because it's my favorite of all of the episodes that he's done that I just love, which is Cuisine de Memoire. And so I went to his site to get the link, to get the URL to link it to my blog post. And when I went there was the banner that said he was doing a contest. And I was like, wait, what? Like, what now? How did I not know this? And so I quickly went to his Instagram because I was like, okay, how long has this been promoted that I missed it? And it turns out he started promoting it the weekend of my birthday, which my birthday is June 27th, and I had off and was kind of like just doing my thing from the 25th through the 28th. So I think he started promoting it on like maybe the 24th or the 25th. So that's how I missed it because I wasn't really looking at social media. I wasn't really, engaged in any of those things. And so, yeah. And then the following weekend was 4th of July. So that whole like 10 days that, you know, the news was out that LeVar Burton had this contest going on, I was oblivious to it, but now I'm not. And thankfully it's because I had to go to his site to get the URL, and then it was like, oh, well, at least I didn't miss it, one, and two, I think I have plenty of time to write a story to submit to the contest because the doors don't open till August 1st. And then the deadline is basically August 31st, which by the time I found out about this like a week ago or 10 days ago, it was like, okay, I've got time. I've got time. Why am I here though? Oh, yeah. I remember. Don't you love when you go to a window, you open it, and you're like, wait, why did I open this window? What was my intention here? Okay, how much time do I have? 3 minutes. I think I could do this in 3 minutes. So yeah, if you're just now hearing about it, just to let people know, the contest is US only. And again, I think that's just because it's the first one. They want to see what the turnout is and etc. So if it's a good turnout, I'm sure they're going to open it to other countries. Um, and it's for speculative fiction. And the theme is, what's the theme? There is actually a theme, and I forgot that there was a theme until someone mentioned it yesterday in one of the Twitch streams I was writing, that there is a theme to this contest. Luckily, the story that I happen to be knee deep in fits like a glove to the theme. So I dodged a bullet there because I totally disregarded the theme aspect and just went with the fact that it needed to be speculative fiction, so some sort of fantasy sci-fi thing, and I totally was like, didn't even think about the fact that there's is an actual, it's more than just speculative fiction. There's a theme. The theme is origins and encounters. The magical joys and tragic pitfalls of blended civilizations and cultural exchanges in all their forms. So, gods, faiths, religious traditions, food traditions, language, gender recognition, concepts of community, concepts of identity, race prejudice, etc. Also, welcome the dawdling writer. Okay, so I wanted to do this thing in like 3 minutes, and I have a minute left. So let's be quick about it. Let's be quick about it. Done. Update. View post. All right, I've got 30 seconds. Is Tor involved? I know Faya is the, and who's the other one? And Stitcher. Oh, they must have just added Tor because Tor was not there. So that's new. That logo was definitely, and I know it because I took a screenshot of this last week when I wrote a blog post about the fact that I'm entering the contest. So I know for a fact that that is a new addition. So I've got to see what exactly they're going to be doing. Because yes, it does make sense. They, for all I know, they could be doing like an anthology and thinking, you know, how can we, yeah, okay, it's going to be published on Tor.com. Sweet. So that is new. So they just asked, because before it was just $500 and LeVar Burton was going to read it in his podcast, but it looks like now it's the $500. It's going to be published on Tor.com and it's going to be read by LeVar Burton, which is actually pretty cool because I believe by it being published on Tor.com, doesn't that mean it could be eligible for what are they called? Are they called contests for like a Hugo, for awards, for like a Hugo or something like that, where they nominate short stories? I think it makes it eligible for those things by being on Tor.com. So that is new. Wow. I've got to update my blog post to say, update, Tor.com is in there too now. And it looks like they're going to put the second and third place is going to be published. So that's even huge for the second and third place person as well, that they're going to be published on Tor.com. That's pretty big. But I look at the short story nominations and they tell you like where they came from, like either they, you know, what publication or where they came from, and I think I'm like 85% sure that if you're on there, then you're eligible to be nominated or to be considered for those oh, I hit my mic, for those kind of awards. Which is pretty cool, I think. And I a couple of things I want to see about this contest though, because like I said, it's US only right now. So one of the things I want to see is, is he going to open it up internationally? And I think that's going to be based on how many entries they get for this first one. Secondly, is how many times a year is he going to do this? And the reason why I say how many times a year is because he's doing this fairly quickly. Like August 31st is the end of the deadline. And so they're going to be announcing the winner 6 weeks later. So October 15th is when the 3 winners are going to be announced. That's a pretty quick turnaround considering he announced this the end of June. So you had July, August, 2 months to promote it, to write a story, to get submissions. And then obviously people aren't going to be able to start submitting till August 1st. But from August 1st to the 31st, the judges who are going to be looking at this before he even gets to decide the order of the three will start reading them the second they start coming in on August 1st. But still, I don't know how many they're anticipating, that they think they're going to breeze through all the submissions and have three winners by October 15th. But if they're thinking that this can take 4 months to do one, does that mean they're going to do this 3 times a year? And he's going to have, three exclusive content episodes for his podcast every season that he does of his podcast, where it's going to be stories that he didn't find reading a publication or going to, tour.com or something like that, or picking up anthology in a bookstore, that he's going to be able to say he's got three that he cultivated and discovered himself a year? Or is he going to do this annually and just going to spend those 4 months every year doing this thing? I hope he does it at least twice a year. But I mean, the man does a lot. So if he only does it once, I won't be mad about it. But still, I part of me hopes that he does it more than that, because I love LeVar Burton. I think is it Monday that his I put it on my calendar. Where is it? Didn't I put it on my calendar? Where is it? No, wait, hold on, I got it. Oh my god. How did I not? I had it on my calendar to remind me. Oh, the 26th. I thought it was this week. So how did I put it in my calendar? July 26th. Don't forget, y'all. He's going to be hosting Jeopardy. I'm all about it. That week of the 26th. I got it in my calendar. All right, let me get back to this story here. This line is bad. I'm deleting it. No problem. Enjoy your Friday and have a lovely weekend. And thank you for stopping by. Let me just finish this sentence. Okay, we are going to do 12 minutes as soon as this hits 13. And then I have to take a brief break to take my pills, and then I'll be back in like a few minutes. So I'm going to be off camera and go. Okay, back. I just realized I have to pick a book because when I'm at the lake, I'm gonna read. So I'm thinking I'm either gonna take R.L. Stein's Fear Street or Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury if I'm taking a fiction book. If I'm gonna take a non-fiction book, No, I think I should take a fiction book. I don't think I should take like a research nonfiction book. So it's going to be one of those two. I'm leaning towards Fear Street only because I watched the first episode on Netflix, and so um, I'm leaning towards that. And because I've never read the Fear Street series before, surprisingly enough. When it came out, I was much too young, and by the time I was the age to really get into reading it, I was reading other things, basically. I'm excited because I donated to NaNoWriMo like last week, and I'm getting the gift that comes with it, and I think I remember what it is, kind of, sort of. And it's supposedly coming today, so I think I might actually have it before I leave at 10:30 for the lake. And I have to get dressed, so loads to do when this stream ends, which it will end in about half an hour. So actually, this next sprint, is this my last sprint? Yeah, this is my last sprint, and I probably will do I won't do a full 25-minute sprint. I'll likely do when this timer runs out at 9. God, I need to rewrite this because this is like, I did the times wrong, and so hold on, I need to rewrite this. I can't really read it. So we've got 8 a.m. and then 8:05 and then 8:30 will take me to 8:45, and then 8:45 plus 25 is 9:10. Right? Yeah. 9:10 will take me to 9:25, and then that'll take me to 9:50, and then 10 a.m. Okay. Sprint number 1. Break. Sprint number 2. Break. Sprint number 3. Break. Okay, this is much neater now, so I'm gonna put over here. "25 minutes, 15 minutes, 25." I love that I'm going back to like writing things down because my handwriting is improving already by doing that. I feel like we don't take the time to like write down anymore with like pen and paper, and we should. I mean, I'll fully admit the only time I typically will pick up a pen is if I have to sign my name on something, right? And that's a shame. And nowadays, you don't even really need to do that because of the way technology is. So this is 10 minutes down here. And this is 5 minutes up here. Did I just get mail delivered? Listening for when the mailman drives up. And I thought that's why I opened my windows so that I wouldn't miss it, and I think I missed it. Okay, so this is like written down much neater than what I had before. I actually bought this little notepad so I could take notes on what I have to do for work, for like my regular work. But tell me this isn't much neater. Look at that neat handwriting. Look at me. So now this is like what I actually am doing for my sprints here. So I've got 3 sprints, 3 breaks. Good to go. And so I keep this on my desk here so that I can kind of know where I should be if I go off the rails a bit. I wonder if I could put this like right here. Yeah, oh sweet. That's pretty nice. So I could throw this away. Chicken scratch. Garbage. Alright, we got a minute, and then I'm gonna do, let's see, it'll be 9:25. To 9:45. So I'm gonna do a 20-minute sprint instead of 25, and then that'll be a full 2-hour stream, and then I'm going to start my day and do my thing. Let me get that 20-minute timer going right on the money. Oh, and for those who might be interested, I have 981 words written so far in Act 2. So when I started, I only had 150. So that's like 850 words almost that I've written so far today. Not bad. I only look to write 1,000, so if I write another 150 words in these 20 minutes, then I will have accomplished my goal for the day, and I can tell Todoist that I have done my to-dos for today. Here we go. 20 minutes on the clock. Let's write another 150 words at least. To help keep us both from tripping. forgot where my main character actually lives. Let me. Okay. Oh, yay. Hold on 1 second. My package is downstairs. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm definitely speeding along this outline, this Act 2 much faster than I did Act 1, which is good. Um, but I feel like Act 2 needs to be longer than Act 1, so it's good and it's bad, but um, I definitely wrote more than 1,000 words. And I'm actually going to stop here because I feel like this next sequence of events has to be like boom, 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 boom. And I don't want to start the sequence and then stop it and then kind of pick up on that momentum of what's going to happen really quickly, really fast, and like take me like really doing like some serious writing here. So I'm going to stop at this point. I've reached the point where they point out the person that they want to basically take that person's shadow. They're going to perform a shadow stealing and then a shadow stitching immediately after. And so they've picked out who that person is. And so I'm at the point where Imogen, my main character, is going to be observing her and then describing her because it's written in first person. So her cousin says, what about her? And so she looks down, and so that's the part where I'm up to. So they're going to decide on this person. They're going to figure out a way to get her away from the crowd, get her someplace where they can then do these things, and then the story's kind of gonna go hella fast at that point. So I have 4,121 words written. I could say that I'm at the halfway point right here. I feel like this is the midpoint of the story, which puts me in line into what I said, which is that I think this story is going to end up close to 9,000 words. So if this is the midpoint at 4,000, that puts me at about 8,000 words for another 4,000 words to wrap this up. Which again, I anticipated. I wanted Act 2 to be 2,000 words. It's currently 1,376. I'm probably going to end up writing another 800 to 1,200 words to wrap this story up, or to wrap up Act 2. And I'm glad that I didn't finish it today, because I was originally thinking I would finish it today, but I intentionally pulled back and reined myself in. I will finish the story next week, and next week I will get into a rhythm of editing. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to print this when I'm done. I might just print it on my own printer because I don't think it's going to be that many pages. It's right now sitting at 7 pages, and so it'll probably be somewhere between 15 and 20 pages when it's done. So I'm probably just going to print that right on my printer, and I will do the red pen edit during my streams. I will go through that process and show you how I do my self editing, etc., and then go from there. So that is my plan. Thank you to everyone who was here. I've done my 2-hour stream. I've done 3 sprints, and in that time I wrote today, I can tell you right now, 1,230 words. So I wrote 230 words over my goal of just to write 1,000 words, which is pretty good. And I did all of my to-do list things, so I am going to now run to my mailbox so that I can look at what came in the mail for me, and get myself dressed and raring to go to the lake and take my book downstairs, Fear Street. I need to make sure I take that because that's what I'm going to read. Like I said, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. And I'm going to end the stream, and in ending it, it should automatically stop streaming on YouTube, which would be awesome. That's the goal. So I'm actually going to open YouTube right now so I can see that that's actually what happens. So in the meantime, peace. I will be back on, I don't think I'll be streaming on Monday because I think I have an appointment Monday morning, or it's Monday afternoon, but we'll see. I'm either going to be back Monday morning, or if you don't see me Monday morning, then it will happen either Monday afternoon, or you won't see me again till Wednesday. But I am going to stream this weekend doing my bookshelves. That's a given. I don't know if I'm going to do it on YouTube or if I'm going to do it on Twitch or if I'm going to do it on both. Don't know, but I am doing my books this weekend, and I'm hoping that I stream it and you guys can hang out with me. I'll see if I can find some DRM free music to play while I'm putting books on shelves.